Welcome to Prince and Tasha's garden. Enjoy the show, enjoy every moment.
All right, so as usual, we're gonna start over here with the tomatoes. And as you can see, we have a lot of tomatoes growing this year. We've harvested a lot already. We pretty much harvest tomatoes every single day, and we just cannot keep up. So as you can see, these plants have been alive for maybe about 2-3 months now, and they've been producing for about a month and a half now. And you can see they've been producing solid. I have no complaints this season. Some of them are starting to die back a little bit and not really growing new growth, but that's fine. We already have a new batch of plants coming up right behind these. So we're gonna go ahead and start to harvest some of these tonight. All right, so Brooke and Tasha are harvesting. This is one of our bigger beefsteak tomato plants here. And we have cherry tomatoes here, also some down there. So as you can see, there is no shortage of tomatoes here. This one over here is doing really good too. Get that one there.
Now this one's starting to split. Got him? Huh?
Okay, go.
Huh?
Okay, here's two. All right, so now it's time for us to take a look at these peppers. As you can see, we have peppers all over the place right now. So we're gonna start from the back and work our way out. So back here in the corner, we have some gypsy pepper right here. That's our gypsy. We're still waiting for those to turn colors. Just like these right here. This is the Santa Fe Grande. And you can see these starting to change colors. So this is what it looks like when it's finished. So we're gonna come by and we're gonna harvest some of those later. These are the bell peppers back here. We're still waiting for, I mean, they're growing peppers, but we're still waiting for them to start growing, you know, the big bell peppers. All of these are bell peppers here. So you can see them, they're starting to grow. Over here in the back, we have some more. These are red bell peppers. As those get started. As for the ones that's already growing, these are the orange bell peppers. So those are ready to be picked right now. So we're gonna come back for those. Right over here, this is the lunchbox reds. And you can see that these are little snackable red peppers here. These are real nice to use. Right next to that is our Anaheim. And you can see we have one fully ready Anaheim here. And this is what they look like when they're green. These are some nice sizey peppers. So I have never actually used Anaheim for cooking. So this is gonna be my first time trying the Anaheim. But that's what it looks like. The Chinese 5, if you remember these were all purple at one point, and now they're changing colors. And this is what it looks like when it's finished. Nice red snackable looking. That's the Chinese 5. So we're going to be harvesting those as well. Over here is the Tabasco, and you can see that those are definitely finished when they're dark and red like that. So we'll also be harvesting some of those. And look at that, a random watermelon. That's a sugar baby right there. And over here, right here is a Serranos. You can see there's one ready, and there's a bunch of them right behind it. Over here is a small red bell peppers. They're literally what they're called. They're just tiny red bell peppers. They taste just like them, just very, very miniature in size. There's another one back here, and this was the hybrid one here. I um I planted all of these seeds from the same batch, but of course this one here was from last year. I think that one must have mixed with a different plant because this is supposed to look like these, but you can see it's longer. So I think this mixed with the jalapeno plant last year. So that's pretty neat there. And speaking of the jalapenos, here's a nice big jalapeno plant right there. And here's another bell pepper. This is a green bell pepper. Over here we have habanero. You can look and see those are nice and ready to go. So we're gonna be harvesting a bunch of these habaneros, pretty much most of them soon. Right next to them is the Big Jim peppers. Now this is my first time growing Big Jims, so I don't know if green is where they stop. So I'm probably gonna pick one of these soon and taste it. Something tells me it may change colors, so I might also wait for some to turn to see what it look like. Over here is the Mad Hatters. I'm trying for the first time as well. So you can see they look a little funny, almost nose shaped. So once they turn ripe and red, then we'll be trying those out. Over here is the banana pepper. It's currently bare right now because we harvested them. This plant gave us a lot of peppers earlier. There goes a little baby one there. So pretty much that is the majority of the peppers that we have. And we have a really, really good pepper harvest this year. So stay tuned to see these things grow to the maximum. All right, so this is the Bilicious sweet corn that we planted about 2 months ago, and you can see it's already got corn sprouting up on the side. You can see the corn right there. And we have plenty of corn that we planted. Here's some more over here. You can see the corn right there growing. Unfortunately, we only get one corn per plant, but that's why we grew plenty of corn. Here's some more corn in pots. You can see the corn growing on the side. But here's a corn that we planted in the ground. And let's see. So we have one that's growing too. So you can see right here, this one is growing too. And this is the only one so far that we've seen that's growing too. But we'll give it time and see if any more pop up. But so far, they're all doing pretty good. You can see, so even the one that's laying down here is still growing out. So we're gonna have a nice harvest of corn. So this is the Niagara grapes, the Niagara once again, and you can see how they're doing now. So we're checking back on these, and look at there, we got grapes. Oh yeah, they're looking nice. So I'm gonna assume probably about another month and a half, and hopefully we'll be able to eat these. But this is just one of the 5 grape plants that we have. Well, I think we have 6 grape plants actually, but we have 3 Niagaras. There's another one down here. See, there's one in there, but that one's not growing grapes this year. It should be growing some next year, but then we have this one here. that is growing this year, but it's not going to have a huge harvest. But a harvest is a harvest, so hopefully that one starts growing a little better. And there's another grape over here against the fence. See if we can fit back here. And this was the mystery one that I planted last year, and you can see it's got grapes on there. It's actually looking like that might be it's looking like muscadines or something, but I'm almost certain those are grapes. So this was my temporary spot to put the sunflowers. These are the red sunflowers. You can see how they're doing. They're growing really, really tall, and of course, some of them are already sprouting sunflowers. You can see how this is looking. It's attracting a lot of pollinators, which is pretty much the whole point of us planting these to begin with. And not mention, it kind of brightens up the garden. All right, so jumping way ahead, these are the red sunflowers about 1 month after we last saw them. And you see, this is what they look like. Um, this right here is already sprouting. I'm still waiting on most of them still, but we have at least three. Here's one over here, and this one here is already lost his leaves. But so that's three that's already fully sprouted, and then you can see the other ones are getting ready to sprout as well. Here's another one here opening up, and some more over here getting ready to. So yeah, the sunflowers are doing pretty good. These are the red sunflowers once again, and I got them sitting around with some basil, and these are gonna also attract pollinators. There's a bee somewhere around here earlier I saw, but yeah, yep, there goes one right there. So this is exactly why we put these in the garden. You can see it real time. All right, so these are the mammoth sunflowers. As you remember, there's only three of them, and you can see almost by references to the pot, the bigger the pot, the bigger the plant. So you can see the biggest plant right there is in the biggest pot. And we're still waiting for the mammoth sunflowers to actually fully blossom out. Unlike the red suns back there, you see the red suns, they're already forming out for us. So, and they're already attracting pollinators and everything. So we're still waiting on this guy trying to hide. I like these guys. We're still waiting on the mammoth sunflower though to finish. So we'll check back on the mammoth in about another 2 weeks or so, and we should have something going as far as the sunflower. So this is the lettuce and collard bed here that we had. We've harvested the collards on this side already, and the collards over here. So all that's left over here is lettuce. We've harvested most of the lettuce already as well. You can see we have some over here that has grown way more than we wanted to because we couldn't really keep up with eating them all. So, I mean, it's still edible. So for the most part, we still have lettuce and we're still cutting them and they're still growing new life out of it. So like this one's here still growing new lettuce leaves. And right next to them is the main attraction here. So these are the Bush Champion cucumbers. And you can see we got cucumbers. Here's another one. These are some big cucumbers, and they'll be growing for a good while. So we got some baby ones still growing there. So if you remember when we built this trellis for these cucumbers to grow up, I never really expected to, go this well, but so it seems like a hit for the Bush Champion cucumbers and this trellis so far. So Tasha's getting ready to harvest all of these full cucumbers here. Then we'll move on to the next thing. Well, there goes the rain. Got one more. So that's all of the adult ones, but there's still some more growing, as you can see. So we'll be back probably another 3 or 4 days to harvest again. So again, these are the Bush Champions. You gotta be careful and look around because sometimes they'll hide on you and you don't want them to get full without you catching it, because then that would make the plant, of course, die faster. So yep, so this is the Bush Champion cucumbers in the lettuce bed.
Tune in to part 2 for the rest of the tour.